You'll never guess. A normal dinner became an unexpected surprise party. Nick was nearly moved to tears by the gift, as she hadn't gotten one for so long. Though she seemed as sunny as a flower, she harbored a potato, used to stares. She never expected warmth to be so touchy. She felt Ella's kindness, but had a floating doubt because Ella had never invited her to the friend zone. This left her feeling a bit confused, and when Nick asked Ella about it, Ella hesitated for a second but finally decided to just spill the beans. She confessed to Nick that since her divorce, her social circle had become a ghost town, almost zero visibility. She grew independent, and when she offered to take Nick to meet her parents if Nick agreed, it was like opening a new world. As soon as she heard this, Nick's worries poofed away, and Ella excitedly took her to meet her mom, like introducing a celebrity. But when Mom's gaze landed on little Nick, who stood at a mere 43, her disgust was as obvious as a sunburn. At the dinner table, Mom didn't even try to hide it. She openly discussed spine-chilling topics as if she wanted to dissect Nick with words. During the check, her parents showed zero intent to pay, thinking Nick was some kind of frog trying to woo the princess. The surrounding guests threw weird looks at them, and under pressure, Ella could only emphasize, "She's just a friend, I promise." After the dinner had come to an end, Ella let out a sigh of relief, as if she had just lifted an incredibly heavy burden off her shoulders. Nick, with her keen perception, promptly detected this subtle transformation while gazing at Nick's sorrowful expression. Ella soothed her wounded heart with a tender kiss. Though soft as coven candy, she wouldn't lose Nick. The next day, Nick passed by Ella's workplace and decided to drop in for a visit. What a joyful surprise. Little did they anticipate Ella's ex-husband suddenly burst in. Truly an unforeseen surprise. "What are you even doing here?" her ex-husband asked, as if he had the perfect timing down to an art. "I'm just busy, you know," Nick said, turning away as if to say, "Not my circus, not my monkeys." What's more, the assistant popped in at the worst time, handing Nick a cup of water as if saying, "Stay cool." The scene turned awkward. Ella dragged her ex to another room. His words stunned everyone. "You ditched your boyfriend and locked yourself up. Now you're with a complete joke," he exclaimed. Ella rolled her eyes, and though her comebacks were clever, they didn't pack the punch she had hoped for. During movie night, a hint of helplessness lingered on her face, and Nick knew precisely why she was feeling down. Thus, Nick decided to proactively negotiate with the ex and sternly warned him to keep his distance from Ella. The ex-husband already had a bone to pick with Nick, and seeing her stirring the pot, he was ready to teach her a lesson. "You really want to go up against me?" he shouted, flipping the challenge switch. "You're up, I feel you're struggling." A dignity showdown began. Confrontation nearly erupted on the streets, while onlookers booed the ex-husband, deeming his behavior downright atrocious. Ultimately, he left angrily, but at the next corner, Nick chased him, resolved to make peace. "You should act like an adult," she declared, her voice dripping with reason and conviction. "I've organized a birthday party for you next week, and you're going to love it." He seemed to meditate on this. Perhaps it was the key to why Ella chose Nick. After that, their relationship eased significantly, and the ex stopped pestering Ella like her little puppy. Ella realized that all the credit went to Nick. However, fate always has a flair for drama. On a sunny day, Nick strolled leisurely along the beach, wearing the new outfit Ella bought for her. Just then, she turned around to grab ice cream and accidentally bumped into the store owner. The store owner eagerly asked Ella if the clothes she picked for her son fit, leaving Ella momentarily speechless. This seemingly trivial situation became the final straw in their relationship, and Nick couldn't help but question Ella once they had an in-depth conversation where Nick didn't blame Ella but deeply empathized with her. The odd looks from outside, and even rejection from loved ones, made Nick feel more despair. At that moment, Nick decided to let go, realizing Ella may not be right for her. Perhaps from the very beginning to the very end, she simply wasn't suited for anyone at all, as if she had bitten into a sour grape. This time, Ella said nothing but quietly turned to leave like a wilting petal. The outdoor scenery mirrored their inner turmoil. Those uncontainable emotions were a heart-wrenching sight to behold. She knew even though she once made a steadfast vow, reality had shredded every possibility to bits. There's an old saying that goes, to win over the heart of a beloved, you first have to feed their belly. But for a person with 2 left hands, how could she easily satisfy the taste of a connection? Ella wasn't very much better. She thought she could conquer this harsh reality, but crumbled when faced with shallow mockery. She sought out Nick to ask how she viewed the height issue, truly a delicate question. As a kid, I was teased because of Dad's height, but I never really cared, the son answered seriously. Nick felt a jolt inside hearing this and couldn't help but sigh. How could she be indifferent to it all?